Joining me now for the latest on the fire situation is Shane Fitzsimmons, Commissioner at the New South Wales Rural Fire Service. Thanks very much for your time today, Commissioner. It seems so far today things aren't worsening too much, but Saturday continues to be your day of big concern.
Yeah, that's right, Tom. We've got a difficult day tomorrow. We've got widespread total fire bans in place, statewide total fire bans in place for the next 4 days, and that's indicative of the latest forecast, where we're going to see difficult conditions tomorrow, being Thursday, and worse again on Saturday. Tomorrow we're expecting this heat wave to really start dominating and affecting conditions right across New South Wales. We'll see temperatures well and truly into the 40s, very hot, dry air, which will dominate across the landscape, and we're going to see particularly strong westerly wind influences across the large majority of the fireground areas, and in particular down the south coast, a very vigorous, violent sort of southerly change that will come through the Currawan fire area down there, Bateman's Bay and Ulladulla, which will also present some challenges. But we're going to see extreme fire danger ratings through the Greater Sydney area, the Illawarra, the Southern Ranges, and then severe fire danger ratings from the far south coast out through the southern slopes, all up through the central west and out through towards the north coast of New South Wales. So tomorrow is going to be another awful day for firefighters, emergency services, and all those people being affected by fires already. And then we've got worse conditions still to come on Saturday, unfortunately.
Some of the early fires might have taken people by surprise. Are they pretty well prepared now, though, given how long we've been talking about this fire emergency? And I'm talking about, you know, properties, plans, when to leave, getting gutters ready and so on. The
feedback we're getting from right across these fire-affected communities is one of a very positive, a very decisive community. The attendance at community meetings every time we're holding them in all these populated areas, little isolated rural areas, the people are attending in their hundreds to get the latest advice, the latest information, and to ensure that they're planning, to ensure that their property protection, to ensure that their conversations with their loved ones are such that they know what their triggers are, they know what the latest situation is, and they know what they're going to do should circumstances change. And whether that's staying and defending or whether it's leaving and leaving early, they're giving good, considered decisions to that. But what we need to make sure is that everybody's doing that. What we need to make sure is not just those people that are dealing with fires right now in their back door, in their backyards, but these fires have all got a significant potential to spread under the sorts of conditions we're talking about tomorrow. Given the westerly conditions, we can expect a lot of these fires certainly to be spreading in an easterly direction, and you don't need to be on the back of the bush to be impacted by these fires. The sorts of very high temperatures, very dry conditions and windy conditions means that we're going to see a lot of very erratic, very significant fire behaviour, which will produce lots of embers and lots of spot fires. And we know the majority of homes in bushfires catch alight and burn down, not from the main fire front, but from the spot fire activity and embers falling in and around people's property. So everyone needs to be prepared. We're well and truly in the thick of summer now, where we're coming into Christmas. We've got January and February ahead. We've already seen the enormous damage and destruction so far this season, and the worst of the summer temperatures are still around the corner.
On the prospect of rain, there seems to be some prospect on December 25. I know that's a little while away, but do you have any early information on whether that might help any of the fire fronts in New South Wales?
Tom, from what I can see on the weather systems, we're looking at potentially some moisture up in the northeastern corner of the state predominantly, and even though it's not a lot, it's still 15-25 mils is what's being forecast on the system. So that'll certainly be welcome for the northeastern areas of New South Wales. But clearly now we've got fire stretching from the Queensland border all the way down to the far south coast of New South Wales, and there's no indication of any widespread rainfall that's going to be of any benefit to the majority of these fire grounds. But obviously we'll take it wherever we can, and communities that are being devastated by these fires for weeks and months now, I'm sure they'll welcome it. But boy, we need a lot more than that for Christmas, I've got to tell you.
We certainly do. Look, if it doesn't come by then, we just hope as soon as possible. I don't think anyone in Australia will be thinking anything other than that. Shane Fitzsimmons, thank you for your time on another busy day.
Thanks, Tom.